what is planted. Teachers have three loves: love of learning, love of learners, and the love of bringing the first two loves together. The art of teaching is the art of assisting discovery. Education doesn't just make us smarter, it makes us whole. Teaching kids to count is fine, but teaching them what counts is best. I am indebted to my father for living, but to my teacher for living well. A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. I like a teacher who gives you something to take home to think about besides homework. I have learned silence.
Good evening, everybody. Could you please confirm if I'm audible? All right, thank you. Good evening once again. Thank you all for registering and attending this International Online Faculty Development Program on outcome-based education and application of generative AI in teaching and research, organized by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell, the IQAC of Carmel College Autonomous, Mala, Thrissur, in association with the Collegiate Education Department, Government of Kerala. Today, we would like to welcome our resource person, Dr. Suresh Nambudri, who is the Director of SPI Technologies, Pune, and all the FDP participants attending today. Now, about this FDP, this is a one-week FDP program with live sessions from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And this is actually our 6th day of the FDP. Now, fee for the LMS access and processing of certificate is rupees 400. All the participants who are paid the processing fee will receive the LMS access, the video recordings for all the days, and the provision to download your FTP completion certificate. The procedure for receiving the certificate will be informed to you towards the end of the FTP. That is, tomorrow we will inform you regarding this. If any of you are yet to make the payment, you can make the payment of rupees 400 to the account details I have already given at the chat. If you are unable to attend any of the live sessions, it will be available in the LMS. Now, we have shared the LMS access details through email to those who have shared the payment proof in WhatsApp till yesterday. Those who have shared the payment proof in WhatsApp today will receive the LMS access detail mail later in the day or by tomorrow. Now, if you have any trouble in attending the WebEx online session, you can also join the YouTube live session, the link of which I have already put in the chat. Now, my name is Sujit Jacob George. I'm working as Global Relations Manager with IPSR Solutions Limited, and I will be the event moderator. Now, coming on to today's FTP technical session, the session topic is going to be generative AI and research, and this is going to be delivered by Dr. Suresh Nambudri, Director of SPI Technologies, Pune. Now, Dr. Suresh Nambudri is currently working as the Director of SPI Technologies, Pune. He mentors institutions like IITs and NITs, focusing on employability, outcome-based education, design thinking, and AI in education. And he's a researcher, educator, and corporate consultant. He actively engages in faculty development and industry academia collaborations. Over to you, sir. Sir, you're on mute. You're trying to speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, good evening to all. So this is the second session I am taking in this particular series of faculty development program, and let us wait a few more minutes because the participants, there are many participants yet to join. So what I will do is I will do a recap of what we have done on Saturday. Saturday, we discussed mainly the underlying threats of OBE. For example, why and how we have to implement OBE and why it is an urgent, it is not a fad. So we discussed about Bloom's taxonomy, and before Bloom's taxonomy, we discussed about what are all our education system and educational approaches. We have to remain as a developed nation, or like our Prime Minister says, by 2047, India has to become a developed nation. A developed nation cannot be a 1.140 crore people who are followers. Actually, we have to be leaders. In certain fields, we have to be leaders. So for that purpose, OBE is one very important step. And for in OBE, this Bloom's taxonomy is the key. And in Bloom's taxonomy, we discussed that day. The most important thing is use Bloom's taxonomy as a level of attainment. Bloom's taxonomy is not a matrix for question paper setting. That is what we again and again say, that quality first, attainment calculations last. Means attainment calculation we must be doing only after building quality. This is not my quote. This is a quote of Dr. William Spady. He is the father of OBE. So I repeat, quality first, attainment calculations last. So we were discussing in the last session how to raise students from the lower level of Bloom's taxonomy to the higher level of Bloom's taxonomy. I have shown you two versions of Bloom's taxonomy. That is one of 1956, and the second is revised to Bloom's taxonomy of 2001. And I have explained to you that what was the circumstance of creating this Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy didn't fall from the sky. Means Bloom's taxonomy is the result of a 2-year hard work of a committee appointed by United States government to save that nation. And they really studied this 1956 Bloom's taxonomy, and in 1958 they implemented one American Defense Education Act. That you can search that on internet. It is in 1958 American Defense Education Act. It is not about defense, Army, Navy, Air Force. They are considering education as the first line of defense of the country. So it was an act for education, but named as Defense Education Act. In 1980s, even there is a book called A Nation at Risk. If you go and search on internet, you will get that book, A Nation at Risk. You will see that how they evaluated the education system in USA, and they how seriously they thought about it, and how they decided on the remedial measures. It is very sad to say that whatever was in 1956 Bloom's taxonomy and whatever was there in that 1958 American Defense Education Act, even now many faculty members do not know. And even now, 1956 Bloom's taxonomy is not at all, it has not gone to the brains of many faculty members. it is actually a big crime. The reason is that was based on the economy of 1950s, and after considering the technological development, economic development, then the introduction of artificial intelligence and automation, then by the introduction a change in education psychology, that is from behaviorism to constructivism. With these things in mind, in 2001, Bloom's taxonomy got revised. So this revised Bloom's taxonomy, this is what I was explaining during the last session. So that is one advanced one. So now even that is about 23 years are over after the introduction of revised Bloom's taxonomy. But still many of us are still remaining in the dark with the 1956 Bloom's taxonomy. Now it is one more revolution has come, like internet revolution or automobile revolution or electricity revolution. That is generative AI revolution. So even this revised Bloom's taxonomy is not enough for this generative AI revolution. So I hope I will be able to show you something, what type of a modification we need to do in Bloom's taxonomy to cater to generative AI revolution. So today, now let me see the participants. Yeah, more participants have joined. Now it is already 7:10. We cannot wait for. I am going to cover this particular topic as I was telling you that day. First day, it was about underlying thread of outcome-based education. Why and how we have to approach outcome-based education. That we discussed that day. I was explaining about that. Today, we are going to speak about generative artificial intelligence and for pedagogical excellence. How you can use generative artificial intelligence for pedagogical excellence. Tomorrow, that is Friday, I am going to speak how to use generative artificial intelligence for high impact research without a plagiarism. So that is what we are going to discuss tomorrow. So today, let us focus. We are going to speak about generative artificial intelligence for pedagogical excellence. So in this, I am going to cover basically two things. I will explain the concept of generative artificial intelligence and prompting. This is very, very important to use anything with the generative artificial intelligence. So I am going to speak to you about generative artificial intelligence and prompting. Second part, I am going to tell you about 100+ ways you can use generative AI in your classroom or for an exciting classroom. So these are the things we are going to speak today, and I have to take an anticipatory bail because this is something I take a faculty development program for 2 days. So whatever I speak in 2 days, here I am going to speak to you in 2 hours. Therefore, to do justice, I will be speaking the important things here. And for getting additional information, that is about prompts, of which I use here, and all you can get it LMS. So you take the LMS access so that whatever generative AI prompts I discuss here, you will get it there. So now let us start with, so before I start, I will share this Bloom's taxonomy's diagram yesterday, what I shared with you. I will show you that one first. I hope you remember this revised Bloom's taxonomy page, I have shown in an interactive way during, and here remind you for taking students from what should be done. Means Bloom's taxonomy is not for setting question paper. That is only one small portion of that. Bloom's taxonomy is for raising students through Bloom's taxonomy so that they will achieve the cognitive abilities and they will achieve the graduate attributes asked by UGC or AICTE. So how to raise students through this? I explained to you yesterday, almost everyone is here in the remembering factual in this particular cell. That is remembering factual, that most of the students are able to only recite or list key terminology, names of processes, materials, people, numbers, etc. And most of the question paper also comes from there. What we need to do is that first, the first step to raise students from lower level to higher level is ensure that students have literacy for constructing insights. Means unless they have the literacy for constructing their own insights, the students are not going to go below and they are going to remain remember and factual within that cell. This particular thing we are across educational institutions, you will see that students are able to do only this. If you have to take students to another level, we need to build literacy for constructing insights. Literacy is very important. It is not for language alone. It is important for engineering, important for commerce, important for zoology, important for information technology. If a person has to understand it, to develop insights about coding, insights about Python programming, insights about Django, they need to have the literacy for that. They should be able to understand stories. They should be able to develop fantasies. They should be able to create their own picture. For this purpose, they need literacy about that. Even if it is mechanical engineering, that person should have literacy to dream about mechanical. If we do not do such a thing, we are not going to develop anything on that. We are not going to become master. We will remain as slaves. We will follow whatever Britishers wanted us to do. It is our choice whether we have to move as a country, self-respecting country, or just to remain as whatever Lord Macaulay wanted us to do. So first thing is literacy for constructing insight. Second, if we have to go applying and above anywhere and in the metacognitive abilities, we must develop critical and creative thinking. In this critical and creative thinking lies the key core of this. If we have to do anything with any of the domain, the critical and creative thinking for that is a must. If we do not do that, even we are not going to become employable at all. Because after generative AI, after artificial intelligence, almost all work of this of remembering and understanding had gone. With the generative artificial intelligence, even most of the Bloom's taxonomy's cognitive level work has gone. Unless we raise ourselves to analyzing, evaluating, creating level. So for that, the important thing is critical and creative thinking. And the third is idea exposure and worldview. So unless we give these things to students, they may not even attend our classes. When I travel all over India, you go to left, the south, north, west, east. You go anywhere. You know, one of the major issue now, students are not entering classes. Students are not appearing. One principal was telling me attendance requirement they reduced to 50% after COVID. Even there are 70% of students, they do not have 50% attendance, then what to do? These are all the main issues. Unless students see value in the classroom lecture delivery, therefore, these are all the critical, very critical things in that. Literacy for constructing insights, critical and creative thinking, idea exposure, and worldview. With these three things embedded into whichever subject you teach, that is going to build stories, that is going to relate things with the students, and this is going to give them so much of imagination. So this can be achieved through generative AI by you. That is what I am going to speak about this today. So before that, let me take you to the first thing. So as we planned, I am going to speak about the fundas, very, very clear fundas of generative artificial intelligence and prompt engineering. And I would like to tell you that I am going to use, normally in faculty development program, I use the Feynman technique. You know Feynman technique, that is speak about the concept, in the most simplest way. Speak about the concept in the most simplest way so that you will get the concept. I know you have the concept, then you are all teachers. You will go and you will work on your own. So that here I am going to speak to you about generative artificial intelligence in the most important and fundamental concept. If you are not getting fundas, please call me and ask. I will repeat it, because I will speak these fundas which you won't find any other place. You won't find it on internet. You won't find it in the textbook, because last 2 years I have been working in generative AI. I have written 5 books on generative AI. Those books are there on Amazon. I have published papers on generative AI, and we have developed products on generative AI. Therefore, I am going to speak to you with my hard-earned experience on generative AI. So this is the main thing I have to speak to you, is that now last 2 years generative AI is there. I am very sure that 99% of you would have used ChatGPT or any other tool at for some purpose. So what is this generative AI, generative artificial intelligence? Or what is this ChatGPT? What is it doing? Let me tell you certain fundamental concepts. You know that there is Google search. When Google searches, what does it do? There is a page ranking, and there is with the keyword. and it is showing the documents or images or videos or whatever it is showing which is available somewhere on internet. It is showing us, means everything is actually written by somebody. But when you are giving a prompt to ChatGPT or Cloud or Gemini, the completion, it is called completion, the output what you are getting, you copy it and go to Google and search within quotes. Within quotes means you are telling Google to search verbatim. You will see that the text what you got from ChatGPT is not existing in the entire world. Means whatever you got from ChatGPT, it is actually totally new. That is actually created for you by ChatGPT based on your instruction. So how does it happen? It is very difficult for many people to how this happens. It is exactly the situation where when the horse cart changed to car, it was impossible for people to believe that you can sit in an engine or sit in a machine and without a horse cart it moves. It was very difficult to understand. In the similar way, when calculator was invented, it was difficult for many people to digest that you key in some operation and you are getting a result. These are all passing phases. We need to live with that. I understand that even now, after 2 years of generative AI, there are many universities and many research guides. They say that don't use artificial intelligence in research. They are the anti-national people. They are the people, they are blocking the growth. At the same time, universities in China, Australia, Germany, France, New Zealand, USA, everywhere, they are pushing for ethical use of generative AI in research. And that way, generative AI is used for augmenting their research. At the same time, here, these people, they are pushing us down. Even Spincher, you go to any of the Q1, Taylor and Francis, you go there and see, in their submission criteria, they are not saying, don't use generative AI. They are only saying that you declare how did you use it. You declare how did you use it. Okay, let me come back to this. I am going to speak about this generative AI for research tomorrow. Today, let me focus on the fundas of generative AI and how to use a prompt for that. Now, let me tell you two stories. With these two stories, you will get the funda of generative AI. I am a mechanical engineer, and one of my friends purchased 3 motorcycles from the second-hand market. He bought it home and he dismantled it. Now the cycles in that form is not existing. Everything he dismantled. It is a chain, screw, tire, every light, everything is lying separate. Then he made a scooter out of it. I repeat, he purchased 3 full motorcycles and brought to his house and dismantled to the last screw, and he built a scooter out of it. Whether that scooter was existing previously, no. Whether that scooter is working, yes. Is it a plagiarism? Whose idea is that? It is my friend's idea. He took it and he assembled it and he made a new scooter. And he called me. I went to his house, I saw the scooter, felt that it is really working. And then I asked him, can you make a table lamp out of this? Can you make a table lamp out of this? He said yes. In half an hour, he made a table lamp out of it. So this is what exactly done with the generative AI. This, what are all the motorcycle he bought? These are the data available in the open market or in the domain. What he did, dismantling and keeping it here. That is what in generative AI, in NLP, it is called training the data. He removed it and kept it in such a way that it could be used for some other purpose. So whatever his intention to make a scooter, that was a prompt. So with that intention, he went ahead and he used those trained data or that dismantled pieces, and he made a scooter. So in this, where is plagiarism? It is something like I read one book, then this one book wisdom is there in my brain. And whatever you ask me question, I will use my brain with that one book's wisdom inside. And now I am going to read one more book. And then when you ask me a question, I am going to answer with the insights I developed I got from these two books plus what is there in my brain. I am going to start. I am going to start speaking. So when I get it like that, it is coming through the filter called my brain. And then when it is coming through the filter of my brain, ultimately that is my own. I own it. So that is exactly happening with the generative AI. So I will tell you one more example. One more example. This is also to show you that how this generative AI works, and once you get this funda, it will be clear for you. Today can be the first day of the rest of your life. Today can be the first day of the rest of your life. I will tell you, when I got the funda of generative AI, once we are all knowledge workers. When I start using generative AI, I will tell you, I am a senior citizen. I believe I got 15 years more for my life in life. Because that is the type of, I am not speaking about the productivity. I don't want that type of a productivity which many of the people claim. Like you just write a word and click, I can publish a book in 1 minute. I don't want to publish a book in 1 minute. Similarly, I don't want to make a PPT in 1 minute. I don't want to solve anything in 1 minute. I want to have that interaction with the generative AI, so that my intelligence plus generative AI intelligence. I always tell in all generative AI program, see, I come from Kerala. In Malayalam, there is a saying, Tan Padi, Devam Padi, means you half, then God half. You do your half first, then God will do God's half next. Similarly, with the AI, this is exactly same. You half, AI half. So when you are putting your creativity, AI is going to augment it. If you are going to put your idiocy, AI is going to augment it. Therefore, it is better that you use your creativity, you use your critical thinking, you use your knowledge, everything you put into this. You will see the magic things happen through generative AI. I hope you got the idea of what is a generative AI, and now most of the people are using prompt for some purpose of other, but I am going to show you here exactly how to use a prompt in generative AI. Means prompting is the literacy of the future. I repeat, prompting is the literacy of the future. Whatever you want to do with the generative AI, you need to do prompting. Whether it's a text generation or you want to generate a fake video, deep fake video about somebody, everywhere you need to write prompt. And your ability to write a prompt is going to determine the type of the output and the creativity, ultimately what you can get from generative AI. So here you see this. You see this. It is not the infrastructure now. It is actually the mental infrastructure. It is not the physical infrastructure. It is the mental infrastructure. If you are seeing the type of the videos coming now, today I saw that there is a new video making AI platform by Alibaba from China, some Wang or something. That is the name. You will see if that is the type of the video opportunity, and then you can make a full feature film by sitting on your desk like here. But you know what is required? You should know how to prompt. You should know how to prompt. Unless you know how to prompt, you will not be able to make any video out of it. Means 4K or 8K videos can be generated with only by prompting. That is the value of prompting. And for this prompting, we need language. That is what I was showing in Bloom's taxonomy. First level, we need literacy. Literacy for constructing insight. Similarly, we need the literacy. So ultimately, now this entire our education, entire our employability, entire usefulness of a person, it is actually migrating from a lower level of Bloom's taxonomy that is nobody wants, and we are coming to certain level that you should be able to manage equal with the generative AI. That is what the level expected by everybody. If from 25, 26 onwards, the employment is only based on that. Why Infosys is firing? Why TCS is firing people? Everyone. For PR, they say that they are taking some people, but they are firing people because 300 member software company can be run by 30 people now, because at the end there it is that they are just getting relieved. So this is everywhere. What we require is prompting. And because we use Instagram, these are all the messages I got from Instagram. I will show you here. 3 ChatGPT prompts for writing attractive cover letters. ChatGPT cheat sheet for job. Best ChatGPT prompt for content creators. Fix your profile using ChatGPT. And the cheat sheet for job seekers. Then prompt engineering is just English grammar. We all think that anything we write, we immediately get it. It is not going to get like that. Prompting is a very different thing. If you want to get something worthwhile, you should be able to prompt worthwhile. For that type of a prompting will give you 1% of AI. And I am going to speak to you about the other 99%. It does idea augmentation. Whatever idea you have, you persistently sit there and work with the AI, it will augment your idea. Expanding thinking horizon. As I was telling you yesterday, critical and creative thinking. Creativity is nothing but rearranging what we already know. If we know more, we will be more creative. If we know less, our creativity will be low. Therefore, it is thinking horizon, expanding thinking horizon. This is what generative AI does. Knowledge synthesis. You know, this is a time of interdisciplinary research. For knowledge synthesis, every new thing, it is actually synthesis of something, known or unknown, known or unknown. Therefore, knowledge synthesis, this is what we can do with the generative AI. Then personalized learning. See, whatever way, see, you will have certain passion, you will have certain way of learning. With this generative AI can be configured like that. Enhance the creativity, advanced problem solving. For all these things, what we require is prompting. Let us go ahead here. Now let me tell you fundamental things about prompting. Before we go ahead, we should know these two fundamental things. First thing is quality of the questions decides the quality of the answers. I repeat, quality of the questions decides the quality of the answers. Otherwise, you put it is GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. You put little garbage, you get more garbage out. So quality of the question decides the quality of the answers. Second rule is the skill and the ability to question the answers led to new knowledge generation. Means from the caveman sat in a forest one day to a person sitting here in Pune, and I am speaking to my laptop camera, and you are all sitting in various parts of India and abroad. You can see my face and you can hear me speaking. How this has come? This happened because our ancestors, some people, they had the brain, they had the tongue, they had the guts, they had that ability to question the answers. They never accepted answers as it is. They questioned. Because of that questioning ability, we came to new technologies. We came to this particular situation. So anyone who is going to do anything with the prompting, let me tell you, the most important is these two things. First, quality of the question decides the quality of the answers. The skill and ability to question the answers lead to new knowledge generation. You can achieve this if you understand prompting. I am going to speak about that now. Now let ancient thing. I am not speaking religion here. I am not speaking about what is to be followed in a religious way. This is Prashnopanishad. You know that everybody says that ancient Indian educational system was very good. Why? It was not because of religion. It is not because of chanting slogas. It was not because of belief in God or anything. It was because there is Upanishad and Vedas. These are the cream. This cream of ancient Indian education system. It is about the wisdom. It was about wisdom. I think I told you yesterday why ancient Indian education system was superior. And there is a lot of research in that. The superiority coming from a detailed study about why Homo sapiens are superior. There are two principles in that. How we become superior. How we become superior to animals. There are two things. First thing is we have the ability of abstract reasoning. We have the ability of articulated speaking. That means what making human are these two capabilities. One, abstract reasoning and articulated speaking. These two were the key of ancient Indian education system. Reasoning, articulated speaking. That is what the total education was through debate. Through debate in the sense you are asking question. You get an answer to the question you asked. Prashnopanishad, you need not read that entire book. Go to Wikipedia. We read Prashnopanishad. It's small read. When Prashnopanishad was here in India, at that time it was not India, okay, in this land, then there were various places also similar literature was there. That shows the importance of question. That is, I will show you here. that Prashnopanishad India, Plato's dialogue Greece, Aristotle's work Greece, Talmud Jewish, uh, Confucius, then China, there are Middle East, everywhere there used to be the stress on asking questions. You know what? Now what is happening here in India? One of the things what we have imposed here is that in our education system, there is no possibility to ask a question. Whenever I meet a vice chancellor, I tell them that when you give a question paper, make students 75 marks, 75 marks, let it be for answering the system. This is what Prashnopanishad. Then the second one is Vada. That is a debate. You should be able to ask a question. You should be able to engage in debate. These are the important things. Important entering into it. These are the things of entering into prompt engineering. So now we are coming to what is a prompt. In generative AI, prompt is nothing. There is no need to think deeply about it. Prompt is an input given to a model to. It is something like you are touching a person's back or hinting someone to do something, or you are provoking someone to do something. These are all prompts. So this is the way this word prompt has given. It is only an input given to a model to guide its output. This could be a question, a phrase, a keyword, or sentence that inform anything. That is what prompt. Let me tell you what is prompt engineering. You need not think a lot about engineering here because I am going to speak it in a very simple way. Engineering means, do you know why there is no demand for engineering in India? Because no engineering college is teaching engineering here. Because there are 21 accepted definitions of engineering, and none of these engineering colleges are following any of those definitions. They are actually teaching something else. Or one thing, they say they are teaching something else. That is the reason we don't have engineering colleges here. And then they say like that, then they say, so engineering means what? Engineering means this, skillfully arranged to make something happen. Skillfully arrange. Skillfully arrange. So you are skillfully arranging the prompt to do something. That's all. That is what prompt engineering. Now, the magic formula. If you are not getting a proper result from prompting, these are the main reason is that at least these many things you should have in your prompt. That is, there should be a context. There should be a task. There should be an instruction. Minimum, these three things should be there in your prompt. So, for example, I can say like that I am hungry, order a masala dosa on Swiggy, and the restaurant should be within 2-kilometer radius. This can be a prompt. Means I am hungry is the context. Order masala dosa on Swiggy is a task. Instruction, it should be within 2 kilometers because if it is more than 2 kilometers, my masala dosa will become lovely and then I cannot eat it. So it is like this. It is as simple as this. Whenever you are giving a prompt, make sure that you have got this context, task, and instruction. Then, before I do many of the things about prompt, let me tell you an important thing. See, you are using an Android phone or you are using an iPhone. There may maybe another phone with any operating system. But whichever phone you use, I wanted to tell you that you will be using only 2 to 3% of the features. you will be using only 2 to 3% of the features of the phone and all the apps you downloaded and installed. What is the reason? Because you do not know the possibilities. What are the things you can do with the phone? You do not know. But you know with the phone you can call. You know you can get a WhatsApp message or you can get a SMS. These type of things you know because of some reason. Otherwise, 97 to 98% of the phone's features you do not know. Similar things are with the prompting. Unless you know the features and possibilities, you will not use generative AI appropriately. So my objective here, because I have got very less time, I told you that this is my 2 days program. I am doing it in 2 hours, but I am stressing more on fundas. So I will explain to you the features. What are the things and how you can do. And once you do this, so my request is that please take a paper and pen with you, and I will tell you the features and possibilities you can use a prompt so that you will be start using it for various purposes. And if anyone has got a clarification, I will give you my mobile number. You can call me. You can call me and ask, or you can send a WhatsApp message on that. It is 967-367-0033. 967-367-0033. Okay. Now I am coming here. The first set of prompting is input and output prompt. Input and output prompt means you ask a question or you give a prompt, you are getting an output. It is like, which city is the capital of Maharashtra? Means you are getting an answer, Mumbai. So here it is exactly like input output, but most of the serious prompts are coming in the second step, that is input process output. Input process output. Input process output in the sense, you can control the input and you can explain the process and you can get what type of output you want. So this is what input process output. When you have control on input, when you can tell ChatGPT or Generative AI what to do with that input, then you can tell in what way you want to get the output. Then you will see that you have got 100% control on the process. When you have 100% control on the process, where is the plagiarism? There is no plagiarism when you are doing custom prompting. Only thing people can complain is that you have AI generated text. Now, Microsoft Word is with the AI, PowerPoint is with the AI, everything, Excel is with the AI, anything and everything. See one thing, my mother tongue is not English. So when I write something, it is very natural that I will put it into Grammarly, I will put it Quillbot, or now they say like that, Quillbot, whatever is humanized thing, they won't show it as a AI generated. There are several tools, and now they are claiming that it won't be identified as a AI generated. Means AI even progressing to that level. So here, there is AI generation is not an issue. I will show you that I have published a paper recently with a Q&A journal. What I did, I informed them that I used AI for refining my language because I want to put it into that academic English, and several places it was not to my satisfaction. I used it. So there's no problem. It is my declaration. At the same time, I am saying that idea is mine. All the steps of this research are mine, and then I am using it. So here, input process output. So I will show you here what are all the ways in which output example, we can get a formal tone or informal tone. We can vary the complexity of information. We can get change the length of response. I can tell ChatGPT, write Mahabharata in 500 pages or 500 words or 50 words. I can tell means I can decide the length of response. Then general specific prompts, emotion or sentiment, factual or versus creative. You can make ChatGPT to work in a very factual way or in a very creative way. So when it is going to be too creative, it will forget all the facts. And when you are telling ChatGPT to use only factual, then it will look like you are reading some Gazette publication. Then bullet tabular format or JSON output, you can get it. You can get in these ways. Now I am coming to the next type of prompting. Previously, I told you that you can control input, you can give instruction, and you can control the output. And this instruction, how to give, is the main thing about this, because instruction, that is the engine, or that is the heart of it, and how this heart, how it is going to digest, how it is going to process. So we are going to do this one by one. Now, second thing is that we are going to speak about role or persona prompt. Role or persona prompt in the sense, see, this is a very magical thing. Never do a prompting unless you give a persona, unless you give a persona to the to ChatGPT. For example, you can tell ChatGPT, you are a policeman. Then ChatGPT will start behaving like a policeman. You can tell ChatGPT, you are a thief. Then ChatGPT will start behaving like a thief. So how it is to be done? We have to give like this. We have to give like this. Act as a translator. Translate the following English text to Spanish. Hello, how are you? Means anything. ChatGPT before writing a book. Act as head of the Department of Physics. Act as principal of this engineering college. Then you tell what is to be done. Then ChatGPT will act accordingly. When you are giving persona to ChatGPT, the effectiveness will be very high. Only thing is that once you have completed one persona, you start a new chat. Otherwise, you give an instruction, forget all previous instruction. Otherwise, you will make him a policeman, you make him a thief, then it will become thief policeman or policeman thief. So it should not happen. So therefore, you have to give a new persona, or you have to start a new start a new chat. Then let us think step by step. Let us think step by step is a very, very important thing. If you know, let us think step by step, you know everything in the world. For example, I will tell you one simplest thing. Okay, let me take a prompt here. See, I am asking ChatGPT this act as an astronomer or something, then or act as a physicist. What is the diameter of the moon? If I ask what is the diameter of the moon, it will tell exactly what is the diameter of the moon. It is 3,474 kilometers. But if I ask ChatGPT, what is the diameter of the moon? Let us think step by step. Step by step, it will show me the method to find the diameter of the moon. Similarly, you know that the foreign textbooks, in the end, it is unlike Indian textbooks, the foreign textbooks do not have the full answers given. Only questions are given. You take that question, put it into ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to solve it step by step. Step by step, it will explain to you how that how that particular problem is solved. So it is like the biggest guru in the world. It is a Socrates or a Dronacharya or a Confucius. Everyone sitting next to us and explaining to us what is to be done with this problem. Nothing is unsolvable now if you use let us think step by step. Now, I am going to show you one very, very important thing. It is called zero shot, one shot, or few shot prompt. Zero shot prompt, one shot. Don't get confused or scared with the shots and all here. What you need to understand is that short means you are giving an example. You know, in prompting, what is the value of an example? The value of example is you channeling ChatGPT's thinking process. The key word is channeling. You are actually making ChatGPT to think in certain ways. Think in a certain ways. For example, when you use a zero shot prompt, you are not giving any idea, extra idea to ChatGPT. But when you are giving one shot means you are giving one example to ChatGPT. For example, which is the capital city of Maharashtra is the question. Example, Thiruvananthapuram is the capital city of Kerala state. So I have given one example to ChatGPT to channelize or influence its thinking. So when you are giving any example to ChatGPT, you are going to influence its thinking process. So therefore, giving example is a very tactical thing in ChatGPT. Means at the appropriate place you can give an example, you can channel its thinking process. Earlier days there used to be big restriction on the number of total tokens. Earlier when we started it used to be only 4,000 token. That means prompt plus completion, that is input plus output, could not go more than about 700 to 800 words. But now the limitation has gone. Now I have seen that DeepSeek and DeepSeek Cloud, they give so much length. Especially this DeepSeek, its own thinking itself, it is going to some 2 A4 size page type of a length. Therefore, that length is not an issue now. So here, please understand insight. When you are giving an example to a ChatGPT, you are influencing its thinking. Now, here in the third one, few short, I will show you one very, very good example, and that is helpful for your work and in your research. You know that I am going to show you an example of a recipe. If you can read from there, it is really good. Otherwise, I am going to I will explain to you. It's a recipe generation. I am telling ChatGPT, write a recipe for a chicken salad for me. Write a recipe for a chicken salad for me. For me means it's a customized special chicken salad for me. Then I am giving 2 examples recipes of my liking. I am giving one spaghetti bolognese, then example 2 vegetable stir fry. I am giving ChatGPT recipe examples. Then I am telling ChatGPT, create a recipe for a chicken salad for me. You know what ChatGPT does? It understands from example 1 and example 2 what type of process kitchen process I like, what type of cooking style I like, then it will take the abstract of this thing from these two recipe and it will superimpose it on chicken salad. That means what are all the qualities I liked in that spaghetti, progressi and vegetable stir fry? What are the things suitable for my chicken salad? It will impose, it will create a personalized salad for me. Now, just to see how you are going to use it in your research, I will tell you, for example, if you are using any of these modern LLMs, please listen to this. You suppose you have got 6 PDF papers. You have downloaded 6 PDF papers. PDF 1, PDF 2, PDF 3, PDF 4, PDF 5, PDF 6. You can create a prompt to extract the insight related to this topic from PDF 1. Integrate that insight with this definition of this thing of PDF 2. And if this integrated insight has got any problem with the details given in PDF 3, subtract it. In this way, you can make a prompt in such a way that it will take the entire juice out of 6 PDF. It will take the entire juice out of 6 PDFs. In this way, whatever you would have done in 3 weeks' time, you can do it in 1 hour. I'm not telling 1 minute. At least in 5 minutes' time, you will be able to do. This is what we say, Tan Padi, AI Padi. You half, AI half. So when you are, this is the intellectual use of AI, generative AI. When you are using this generative AI, you feel very proud. You really feel that, yeah, I am using a tool. Means it is something like when you sit in a car and you start and you travel to 60 kilometers in 1 hour, you don't feel guilty because you drove the car. Similarly, if you are writing a story, I am seeing on Instagram, write a story in 1 minute and publish it on Amazon. I won't feel like I am a writer. I don't feel like telling anyone, you please buy my book. This is example here that this is what actually you do your half and AI will do AI's half. Now I am going to take you to the next point, that is interaction prompt. I will show you one interaction prompt here. Almost every one of you would have gone through chemistry lab or some sort of a lab. See, you can make ChatGPT to act as a lab instructor. For example, here you can see a prompt. Act as a chemistry lab instructor. I have to perform a salt analysis. I am given with a substance whose description is given below. Please guide me how to do the salt analysis till the end. What means that means guide me till I identify the salt. Only provide one step at a time. The description of the substance, white powder. So here you can actually, it is like a lab instructor sitting next to you. You got a salt for the salt analysis. The ChatGPT will tell you, okay, you take little salt and you mix in the water and see the solubility and tell me. When you do like that, tell back to ChatGPT, yeah, it is soluble. Then ChatGPT, okay, now you do this. In this way, now ChatGPT can be used for brainstorming. You can tell ChatGPT to be a part of brainstorming. Means you are taking 5 of your students, 6th person is ChatGPT. That is one way of brainstorming. Otherwise, you can tell ChatGPT to become a moderator. And then your 6 students are sitting here. Student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, student 5, student 6. Then student 1 can make his or her argument. Then ChatGPT will clarify. till ChatGPT is clear about this, then ChatGPT will accept that argument, then go to student number 2. In this way, totally it will go through and it will give the verdict. Similarly, you can make ChatGPT for interactive quiz. Interactive quiz. In that interactive quiz, you make the setting in whichever way. You can tell ChatGPT, ask a question from Bloom's understanding level. If the student is making it wrong, go to remembering level. If she is doing remembering right, then go to applying level. In this way, go up and up. And whoever is getting one right with remembering, 1 mark. One right with understanding, 2 marks. One right with apply, 3 marks. In that way, things can go up. So in this way, you can build interactivity. See, here it is seed word, seed phrase prompt. You write to ChatGPT that, for example, I'm going to show you here. Generate an inspiring speech to the Indian young athletes, seed word Olympics. It is like you are sowing seed in a fertile land. You are only giving a seed word and you are giving the context. ChatGPT will take the rest of the thing. See here, this is a very important thing. Self-consistency prompt. Self-consistency prompt in the sense, you are asked to give a speech for teacher training programs in your institution. And you want to make sure that it is in line with the NEP 2020, National Educational Policy 2020. What you can do, you write a speech and compare with the document and see whether it is in line with NEP 2020. Those are old story. You can do various things. First thing is that you write speech for teachers training, and then you can paste it on ChatGPT. Then you upload the document of NEP 2020. Just to write a prompt. Make sure that my speech is inconsistent with NEP 2020. So ChatGPT will automatically modify your speech so that it is in line with the NEP 2020. The other interesting thing is question paper preparation. You can upload a question paper to ChatGPT and you can tell ChatGPT to create another question paper inconsistent with the uploaded question paper. You will get the similar question paper from this. If you can write some more lengthy prompt, you can modify the questions. If length of the question, marks, etc. can be changed. Now, knowledge generation prompt. See, knowledge generation prompt, as I was telling you in the beginning, knowledge got generated because somebody had the guts to question the answers. Similarly, you get into debate with the ChatGPT so that you will start getting new things. As I was telling you in the beginning, whatever you ask, ChatGPT is going to make something new. For example, if you can physically visualize, ChatGPT is like a library which is 1 kilometer wide and 40 kilometers long. 1 kilometer wide and 40 kilometers long library, whatever it is there, it is trained and kept. Trained and kept in the sense it is made to lose. So people whose ability to prompt are very, very low, they will get only something which is lying superficial. Means they get only those low-hanging fruits. People who can ask a correct question and dig and drill and go deep, 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 then they will get diamonds. That is the reason when you can drill, use prompts to the maximum, you are going to get rare information from ChatGPT. It is like people do not study engineering and they come out and they drive auto rickshaw, then they blame engineering. At the same time, they will take bank loan and buy one iPhone. That is actually the classic example of engineering. So it is exactly the same thing. People blame ChatGPT saying that I didn't get anything. At the same time, we have to ask them, what did you give? What did you ask from ChatGPT? So this asking method is prompting. So we are going to speak more number of types of the thing where we go. Knowledge integration prompt. This can be multidisciplinary. You can tell, you just widely ask. You tell, join this and this. Why can't we use this thing? See one thing, you can ask, it is only between you and ChatGPT. Nobody is hearing, nobody is listening, nobody is poking their nose into this. You can ask and you get very, means excellent combinations you will get. Excellent alloys. Now let me show you. This is a controlled generation prompt. Controlled generation prompt in the sense, it is like, I will show you. Okay, I will tell you an example. I tell ChatGPT, write a story. I tell ChatGPT, write a story. ChatGPT will write a story. Not even I will read that. It will be so blank. There is nothing new in that. There is nothing to take home. But when I put twists and turns, when I put characters and emotions, and when I put those details into that, then I am telling ChatGPT to write a story. You will see beautiful stories evolving. So, what did I do in the second time? It was a controlled generation. I didn't give ChatGPT a clean sheet, a blank check. I told ChatGPT, you remain in my control. And I am going to control you. For example, if you are going to write a screenplay, say your movie has got 120 minutes. You want in every one to happen on the screen. So you can tell ChatGPT, this is a 120 minutes script. Every 1 minute or every 45 seconds, there should be something happening in this. So ChatGPT will start writing the screenplay with some instance every 45 seconds, approximately. So these are all controlled generation. Now, summarization prompt. Summarization may look very common, but the type of the summarization you can do. For example, you can tell to summarize without losing essence. You can tell even summarizing Zoom meeting. Even you can tell summarize to meet a specific requirement and change the tone. You summarize and for example, you have an annual day coming, you have got a faculty members meeting, and someone has taken responsibility of everything, so that even by recording this, you can tell ChatGPT to make a list of who has taken what responsibility. This type of any type of summarization you can get. Okay. In the end, I wanted to tell you something. What is the approach of prompting? It is clever approach to prompting. C stands for critical thinking. L stands for literacy and subject knowledge. E stands for ethical awareness. V stands for versatility. E stands for experimentation and iteration. R stands for result orientation. These are all the things. It is a clever approach to prompting. Critical thinking, literacy and subject knowledge, ethical awareness, versatility, experimentation and iteration, result orientation. Now we have got 40 minutes. In this 40 minutes, I am going to show you what are all the ways we can use it in the classroom. See, this is what we wanted to tell you. You go anywhere in the country, the teachers, or anywhere in the world, teachers are fighting against WhatsApp and Instagram and other social media. Because why? Students are saying they are not entering the classroom by saying that it is boring. Why classrooms are boring? Because students are they used to the excitement given by WhatsApp and Instagram. Every 20 seconds or 30 seconds, they want to get an excitement. If that frequency of excitement is not met, then the class is boring. This is actually frustrating the teachers. How can we make certain subjects interesting? For example, how matrix determinants or partial differential equation can be interesting. How the hydrogen peroxide or sulfuric acid can be made interesting. These are the type of the thing which is going on. Ultimately, teachers should cover the topic. That is what it is given that God sent ChatGPT or generative AI. I personally believe that this ChatGPT or generative AI is actually God sent, because teachers can create similar excitement in the classroom now. Now teachers are getting more freedom. You can decide in which way you want to teach. Earlier days, no one, there used to be the fixed method to do. So here, I am going to show you that which are all the ways we can use it, and one by one, let us see. We have discussed what is a prompt and what is prompt engineering and how to use. I am going to show you here various methods to use ChatGPT in the classroom. Using ChatGPT to prepare for classes. Using ChatGPT for providing instructional assistance. These details are there in LMS. Prompts are there in LMS. So my request is that because in this much time, it will be difficult for me to explain this everything along with the examples. There is no time, but I am introducing you to this. But my request is that please go to LMS. There you will get the details. Using ChatGPT for providing instructional. Using ChatGPT to help students practice critical thinking. Using ChatGPT to build creativity in the subject. Using ChatGPT for creating assessments. Using ChatGPT for creating study aids. Using ChatGPT to develop classroom activities. Using ChatGPT to help students face examinations. Various ways for students to use ChatGPT. Using ChatGPT for computer programming. Diverse use of ChatGPT in education. Then in the end, how can smart teachers prevent misuse of ChatGPT in class assignments? So let us go to the first and then let us speak one by one. I am going back. So we are coming to using ChatGPT to prepare for classes. Means you can make a PO/CO. You can make a course description with a prompt. I will show you here. I am going to this. See, I am going to ChatGPT. I am telling ChatGPT that act as an academician. Then I am write a course description for an introduction to artificial intelligence course for for 15-year-old students who are with a biology background, write in 2 paragraphs. See, here you can see like that, input, process, output. What is the input? I am telling, write a course description for an introduction of artificial intelligence course. And I am telling that the students are with a biology background. So how to explain artificial intelligence for students of a biology background? I am telling, write in 2 paragraphs. I am giving it to ChatGPT. See, course description, introduction to artificial intelligence for young biologists. It has created a course description. Now let us go next. Create learning goals and outcomes as create learning goals and outcomes as per various levels of Bloom's taxonomy. Means when you are using custom prompting or with ChatGPT, everything about OBE, you can get it from ChatGPT. Only thing, you have to prompt it appropriately. And you can refer anything. Now, if from anywhere you can get maximum PDF documents, you download it and keep, because everything is going to be useful. Means you need to have a digital library now. You need to have a digital library. You need to have a good digital library, so that even if it is a 200-page book, you can take an insight from anywhere. Even it has to pages, it will combine those insights and it will put. So create learning goals and outcomes as per various levels of Bloom's taxonomy. Then create a lesson plan or a teaching manual. Now I will show you some of the ways in which you can use it. See, you have from HOD, you got a subject. Okay, this is what you are going to take class in this semester. And you are entering to your first class. You plan in this way. Okay, this is what today I am going to teach. Then you go to ChatGPT and you can ask everything to ChatGPT. First, you can ask, give me an icebreaker. ChatGPT will give you an icebreaker. Then you can tell that give me a flow of this 1 hour class. ChatGPT will give the flow of the 1 hour class. Then now tell me what are the things I should be drawing on the board or writing on the board. It will give that. When I write, I should be drawing. It will tell suggestions for that. What are all the assignments I am going to give? It is going to give like that. And give me some assignment. Sijin, can you see the screen?
Yes, visible.
Because one participant has told that it is not visible.
No, now it's visible. It had gone off
Okay.
in between. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in this way, whatever related to that particular topic for this 1 hour class, you can plan everything and you can make it very interesting. So what is important is that, see, ultimately, nobody is insisting that you have to cover the topic in this way. So the smartest teacher is the person who is instigating the student, so that at least some of the student, you are actually triggering, you are actually giving them interest, and they are giving attention, so that, and means you will engage them. That is enough. This engagement, you can be achieved with ChatGPT in various ways. We are going to speak about that, many more ways to use. about 110. Crafting class activities. Yes, this is an very important thing. If you remember our revised Bloom's taxonomy, the topmost to take students to the higher order thinking, to that evaluation and creation. You have seen that the imperative, the important thing is one should have idea exposure and world view. Idea exposure can be done only by giving maximum number of examples. We have been to 258 institutions in India from north to from south to north and west to east. I want to tell you that the major complaints about teachers are they do not know to give examples. This is what the complaint by teachers and no, by students and parents. So please note that with ChatGPT, you can find examples for anything. You can find examples in a way that is meeting the specific specified types of students, their moods. So therefore, you can have create and articulate relevant examples about anything from ChatGPT. Ideas for starting your class. This I have explained to you before. It can be an icebreaker or it can be an idea. For example, I will tell you, a few years ago, I was in UK. I was staying with my friend, Dr. Stephen Samuel. He has two daughters and the younger daughter was in the school at that time. You know what? The day I went there, in their school, they were teaching Egyptian history and they were making a mummy of a chicken. They were taking a chicken and making a mummy of that. So that is a type of the thing. Actually, when something is happening in the class like this, that type of an activity, ultimately what is happening? These are the things students remember. A bland class, nobody remembers. I will tell you one example. We have interviewed many students of mechanical engineering. Okay, all branches of engineering. I am speaking of one example of mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering has got some 52 to 56 the subjects in 4 years. You know, most students, they like engineering, economics, operation research, etc. Why? Because those teachers used to tell stories and examples, that's all. Other people, they made classrooms very dry and no one remembers anything from there. There is no wonder. People after, I have seen many, after completing 4 years degree course, only one thing they learned. I don't like engineering. So it took 4 years and 56 writing examination and passing to get a revelation that I don't like engineering. So that is exactly here. Ideas for starting a class. Craft personalized lecture notes. See, don't think that I am exaggerating. Say in your class there are 60 students, 15 like cricket, 15 like football, and 15 like movies, and 15 like politics. Even if you are teaching differential equation, you can make 4 types of lecture notes for these 4 types. Means it will make it is so easy. It is going to take only 1 minute. This may be an extreme example, but you got the meaning. You got the essence of it. So you can work on that. Yeah, this I have explained. Creating rubrics, ChatGPT is the best for that. Means you can make rubrics so transparent, so easy. You give any work, even see one thing. I was explaining this morning to my wife that I learned maximum as a volunteer of National Service Scheme than from mechanical engineering. Because this National Service Scheme means how to make rubrics. Means you say that a village road construction, there are suppose 20 students are involved in a village road construction. How to create rubrics for that? ChatGPT will do it very nicely with the criteria, with the justification. See, 25 generate presentation slides. You know one interesting thing? Within 1 week of, see, let me stop it. Within 1 week of ChatGPT, there was a chart PPT. Means making PowerPoint slide is one of the application people found immediately. But my humble request to each one of you is that don't use any free tool for making PPT. Because I heard that here in Pune, one faculty member made PPTs like that, and the same style PPT, even 3 students had in the class. It is not a pleasant situation. So my suggestion is that use prompt on ChatGPT to create slides. You can create slides in the sense content of the slide. You can create a prompt. You can tell ChatGPT to make the content of the prompt. With the content of the prompt, you can ask ChatGPT that what should be the image? What should be the image for that? You can tell ChatGPT how many your content should be spread on how many slides. Then go to Microsoft. Go to your PowerPoint slide which matches your personality. Or if your institution has got your own slide, put it into that. That is far better and decent than going with the freebies. This is an interesting thing. Any case study or any information you want to present in the class, you can get a very good outline from this. Yes. Writing instruction for a task means if we make a wrong instruction, that has got a repercussions, consequences. Therefore, with ChatGPT, you can write instructions for any task what you want your students to do. This is also one very useful thing. You can use ChatGPT to generate dummy data in whichever way you want. You specific more and more, you will get better and better. This is like examples, but this is a long thing with more questions and with more twist and turns. You can create hypothetical case studies, any number of It is very important for engineering, management, and a very professional thing. This is little creative. I wanted to tell you that you can generate music for your classroom for the subject you teach. It is very easy. There are two tools for that. This one I created a music only by giving a prompt by saying that it should soothe the mind of a teenager who is frustrated with studying mathematics without any relationship with the day-to-day life. So it made a proof for it made a music like that. This is a Trump a deep fake video I downloaded and kept. But thing is that it is very easy to do. This is project-based learning. You know, brainstorming. It is something like we are constructing the problem. So this is ChatGPT is very good for reverse brainstorming. Analogies and metaphors are the thing. Really, they are all learning aids. Means students never forget. See, when we are all senior citizen, we have got our own batch meeting, and even now we remember that some of the teachers they use some analogies in that class. Fill in the blank exercise. As we were discussing earlier, any types of question paper can be generated. Interactive quizzes, when we were speaking about prompt engineering, that we can generative AI, many people think that it is only one direction, but generative AI is very good for interactivity. And with this interactivity, we can do wonders. This is a very interesting thing. You know, there are very old English books. We can't understand that language. You upload that book, you will get the same book in the modern English language. See, as I was telling you, this is a 2 days program. It is very difficult to explain everything with this time, but most of this information is there in, it is actually there in learning management system. So my request to you is that please make use of this, and in case you have got any serious, any question on this, I have given you my telephone, my mobile number, and there is a WhatsApp. You can send a message to that, and then I will be able to clarify if you have got any clarification on this. See, this is another important thing, because ChatGPT, it is only between you and ChatGPT. You need not be ashamed at all. You can clarify any sort of doubt. Only thing is that you should be able to articulate your doubt. Means you write a story, you specifically say that I heard like this and my thinking is like this, but my thinking is not in alignment with what I am saying in some other thing. Where am I making a mistake, or where is a mistake? What I should be doing next time? Ask all type of questions like this. You will get magical solutions from ChatGPT. Okay, Sijin, what I will do is that I will conclude the session here so that we can go to question answer.
Okay. If you have any questions for Dr. Suresh, please put that in the chat.
Any questions about generative AI or any clarifications you have? So please ask. What are the things I know? I will definitely share.
I'll check if there is any questions in YouTube.
Okay.
There's one question here. Why do
Yeah,
many
there is Yeah, there is a question from Saurabh sir that as a teacher, is it okay to promote using ChatGPT to the students to complete the assignments? See, the best thing what you can do is that you give an assignment. Then in the class, you show to students, this is what I am getting from ChatGPT. So students know exactly that you know what you get from ChatGPT. Then some of the trick of the trades are like this. You make the question contemporary. You make the question in such a way that they have to use their personal experience. Or you split the question in such a way that part 1, part 2, part 3, and you are only giving part 1 now. Part 2, part 3 are going to come. Or you can tell students that I want to see a rough I want to see a rough sheet that how you came to this conclusion. There are various ways you can do, but one thing is very clear: you cannot hide ChatGPT because ChatGPT is there. Like you can use it, they also can use. It is your smartness. It is your smartness which is coming to the fore. Means when ChatGPT is smart, students are going to be smarter. Teacher should be smartest. That's all. Which AI tool is the best for creating graphics? See, it has got. There are various things, but all depends upon what type of graphics you want to make. That you can search on internet because there are plenty. Will NBA team accept the content generated from ChatGPT? I think when Q and research journals are accepting, then why they cannot, I do not know. See, there's a question from Deepraj Paul sir. Why do many Springer dangers don't accept contents created by using ChatGPT? Actually, this is a misnomer. Because 1 week ago, I was speaking to one researcher. He attended a Springer workshop, and they told that you use ChatGPT. Only thing you declare: where did you use? Why did you use? For what purpose you use? Only thing what they require is a declaration. See, we are English people. We have got a big benefit in this. Even if you use ChatGPT for some extent and all, you can always say like that, I used ChatGPT for refining my language. I don't think that Springer is rejecting anything because of ChatGPT. Got in that. See, okay, thing is that, let me see whether it is there with me or not. I heard something with me that there are some research papers. You will see that inside research paper, it is written, I am only an LLM, I cannot do this. Okay. Even people have not removed that type of a sentence from their paper given for publication. Then what? See, this is what we need to say. Because of ChatGPT, going to that cognitive laziness, that we should not do. Even if we have got a Mercedes-Benz car, we have to walk 10,000 steps a day. In the same way, even if we are using ChatGPT, I am actually searching for some documents here on my iPad to show you, but it is not visible now. That is the type of the research papers. Then what should they do? They are saying like that. Inside the published paper, it is written, I am only a LLM. I cannot write a comment about this. These are all normal things coming from ChatGPT. Even that sentence is not removed. I saw 19 papers like that. Out of that, 13 were from India. See, Deepraj Polsar's thing, comment is that currently we do not support ChatGPT. See, nobody is supporting ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a tool. So it is like any other tool. So a tool is as powerful or useful as the capability of the person who is using it. So if you are using with the custom prompting properly, tomorrow I am going to show you one platform how to use ChatGPT without plagiarism. But you cannot say like that. You cannot say that it has come from ChatGPT. So that is the power of custom prompting. If you use in some way and it is very much visible and there is nothing, there's no idea in that. There's no originality in that. Then how a reputed journal will accept it? Any more questions?
No, sir, I don't see any question.
Any more questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Then shall we call it a day?
Yeah, we will end for today. We will go to the next thing of the vote of thanks. The vote of thanks is going to be given by Ms. Anugraha Elsa Votis, who is an IQAC member and faculty, Department of Sociology. Over to you, ma'am. Anugraha, ma'am, you are on mute. Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Okay. All, meeted of faculty development program, and today we got our eminent resource person, Dr. Suresh Namodri, to effectively handle today's topic on generating for pedagogical excellence. So, sir started the session by reminding us the potential of Bloom's taxonomy beyond mention, understanding that Bloom's taxonomy is for by and give new insights on how Bloom's taxonomy to achieve cognitive and pros and cons of generative AI and the significance of use probably for academic purposes. So thank you very much for your valuable insight.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So you are not audible here. We will continue tomorrow, same time at 7 p.m. and Suresh Namodri will take the session tomorrow as well. And we'll, the later part, we'll have the valid function as well. Thank you, everybody, and have a pleasant day.